Hi guys, I just thought I was going to share with you my favourite sporting moments that I can, remember, ones that mean the most to me. Some are big, some are small, and I just thought I'd share with you about why I love sport, why I love different sports, and hopefully you guys can do the same as well. Just to share why we all love sport during these difficult times, and just keep memories alive and just keep us excited for when sport comes back and when we can all go outside and start playing again. So number 5 on my all-time list of sport memories comes from 2011 and the world of F1. It was the Canadian Grand Prix. The race was being led by Sebastian Vettel, who I think had already won a world championship or two by then, racing for Red Bull. And there'd been a couple of crashes involving Jenson Button, and he ended up last on lap 37 of, I think there's 70 laps in the Canadian Grand Prix, I think. 71, 78. Anyway, he was last round about the halfway stage in the race. Looked like he would do well to get any points at all. But he started working his way through the grid, ended up second, and then on the second to last corner, Sebastian Vettel lost control of his car, spun out on the wet track, which left Jenson Button the opportunity to get through and win the race. Unbelievable moment just to see how far back he'd come. He'd won the World Championship a couple of years before, and it was just nice to see him back on the podium, showing the kind of driver he is, coming away from last halfway through the race to win. Number 4 for me comes from the world of football, somewhere very close to home. Back in 2007, this one. Sunderland were managed by Roy Keane at the time, and the moment itself comes from a match at the Stadium Light against Burnley, in which Sunderland won 3-2. It was very much a back and forth game, classic championship game, and then towards the end, it was it was a 5-goal thriller. Towards the end, there was an incredible goal scored by Carlos Edwards, who played for Sunderland. I think it was about 75 yards out. That's how it felt. I think in reality it was about 25-30 yards out. But classic counter attack up the wing. I believe it was the left wing, and then the ball got switched over towards Carlos Edwards on the right wing. He cut in, had a shot, top corner, unbelievable. Really summed up our season of how we changed as a club, being owned by Niall Quinn, who's a club legend. Really changed things around. But that goal in particular, I'll never forget it. Unbelievable goal. Number 3 comes from a much more recent time. Last summer, during the Ashes, when England hosted Australia, as we have done for decades now. The Ashes comes around every couple of years. This moment in particular comes from the third test of 5 at Headingley. A test match, for those that don't know, lasts 5 days. On day 4, something quite incredible happened in the world of cricket. Ben Stokes, who is possibly one of the best cricketers in the world at the minute, hit an incredible, I think it was 135 not out. Basically carried England over the line. But Ben Stokes and Jack Leach formed a partnership which will go down in cricket history, no doubt. We get talked about for the next God knows how many years. And it was just Ben Stokes hitting boundary after boundary, run after run. And my favourite moment is when he hits that last boundary and his arms going up in celebration, because he knew pretty much straight after he hit it that he'd beat the fielders and it was going for a 4. And just seeing the footage of his arms going up in celebration and then the fans going up behind him, I think it really, really helped pull everyone round and to think that we could actually beat the Australians, but it never happened, unfortunately. But that moment there, I think, will live on in England cricket. Number 2 for me is goes back to last summer again, and again from the world of cricket. The one-day World Cup final between New Zealand and England. It was an incredible final, had everything. Somehow ended in a tie with both teams on 240 odd runs, and went to a super over. But now at the time, loads of people were going, what's a super over? I don't know what one is. And not many people knew, but basically super over is a cross between, just to make a comparison, it's a cross between extra time and a penalty shootout in football, where you get 6 balls each to try and score as many runs as you can, or you get 2 wickets. England batted first in the super over, and we came away with 15 runs, quite dramatic style. We got 1s and 2s, a 6, and I believe Josh Butler scored a 4 on the last ball, I think. Then along came New Zealand. Jofra Archer was born for England. Started off quite strongly, but towards the end it was getting nitty gritty. England needed to make sure New Zealand didn't score more than 1 run. It came down to 1 run. Teams were level. Jofra came in, ball got hit away to the, I think it would have been the right hand side. Ball was picked up by the fielder, thrown back to Josh Butler, and Josh Butler dove to take the wickets off the stumps, which meant, again, the game ended in a tie. The Super Over ended in a tie, but it was worked out that England had scored more boundaries than New Zealand. That England won the World Cup. Incredible moment. Absolutely adored it. Right, number 1, my favourite ever sporting moment that I've ever witnessed, that means the most to me. It has to be, goes all the way back to October 2008. It's a football one. Sunderland versus Newcastle, believe it or not. Incredible game. One of the best atmospheres I've ever witnessed. Sunderland took the lead through Jibril Cisse, who had the audacity to chip a keeper like Shea Given, who I think has since become one of the most respected goalkeepers in the Premier League. Newcastle equalised through Shola Amerobi, and then stepped up Kieran Richardson. Sunderland got a free kick about 20 yards out, and then Kieran Richardson stepped up. Absolutely, I've never seen a ball hit so purely in all my life, and not since I've never seen a ball move so quickly. The celebrations, everything, that was just such a big moment for the club, on the turmoil it had been through, but just to relive that, incredible. It still gives me chills when I think about it. I still get a little bit excited, and I think it was just simply because of how long it had been since we actually beat them, and just doing it on our own turf in that style, in that manner, to do it like that was just incredible. So there you have it, my top 5 favourite sporting moments. They're just things that I just think about, and I just think, oh my god, that was so good. I'm sure you guys have your own, so please share them with me, please share them with everyone, and let's all remember why we love sport and why we all chose to take part in sport. So thank you. Please support each other, please stay home, please support the NHS, stay home, save lives, do everything you can. But other than that, thank you guys so much, and hopefully this will all be over soon. We're back to playing sport. Thank you.